Hi, I'm Bibi.
And I'm Stephen.
And we are just
another knitting podcast.
Welcome everyone to our show. Welcome back to our regulars and welcome to everyone who's joining us for the first time. We're happy to have you.
Yep, it's been 2 weeks already.
Yep,
Wow.
And as usual, we're just going to crack right into the show. No mucking around.
Okay, straight in this time.
We usually do.
Yeah.
With what we're wearing, you can start.
Okay, well, I'm wearing today Carver by Julie Hoover. So it is something that I've worn before on the show. But I guess it's been a hot day today. I've been outside and I was really thinking about which jerseys I've got that actually aren't super hot and super woolly. And even though this jersey itself is 2 layers of fingering weight yarn held double, so it's mild, it's actually not a super warm knit, so I'm kind of appreciative of that today. Mm-hmm. Having just spent 2 hours out in the sun wearing Possum Merino. So Anyway, Carver by Julie Hoover. This was the second jersey that I ever knit. I did, as you may or may not have noticed, and I have said before, knit it large, so it's quite long in the arms, it's quite long in the body, it's also very kind of oversized in the chest and the like. It was if I'm going to use inches, because I can't remember the centimetres, it was a 55 inch chest, which I'm usually about a 48, so there's 7 inches worth of extra fabric there, which is quite a lot. However, it was a good lesson in how to knit cables. I also was unpleasantly surprised by seed stitch. Perhaps I didn't really appreciate it when I decided to take the pattern on, but yes, it's pretty much all over cables and seed stitch.
Yep.
So that was an adventure in itself, and then such a lot of fabric. It took a wee while to knit, but being a Julie Hoover, it was well put together, well constructed, well patterned, and actually, even though it was my second knit and quite a complicated one, I actually didn't have any problems with at all the pattern, and it actually came out pretty much exactly as I would have liked. I did learn a few lessons on the way. This was the jersey that taught me that magic loop isn't a great thing when...
Oh, you had trouble with laddering?
It is. I had real trouble with laddering because of the seed stitch in the arms. As I was going in the round, I would very frequently be starting a magic loop round with a purl stitch, which if you're doing just knit stitches, it's not so bad, but if you actually have purl stitches in there,
they're
because...
always a little bit looser.
Yeah, they're naturally looser, and so I really had a strong or big problem with laddering. So I actually wound up knitting 3 sleeves for this one. And also because I was new at knitting at the time, I actually tinked about 30 rows of the arms as well, because I'd made some mistakes, and I wasn't good enough to know actually how to rip out and pick up the stitches again. So... this was very much one of my first knits.
The thing is that when you're new to knitting, you don't know what you don't know. So knitting in a all-over seed stitch cable jumper, it's like, oh, knitting is hard, so, it's hard. Like one of the first things I knitted was, I knitted back-to-back 2 oversized sweaters in fingering weight yarn on 3mm needles. And I was like, oh, knitting's hard. It takes ages.
Lots of stitches. So many stitches.
Yeah. Crazy. And knitting a garment in sock yarn.
Yeah, an oversized cardigan in sock yarn.
Yeah, and an oversized jumper. I knitted the Hohi Locatelli boxy, which was, it's a big jumper. But if you don't know...
You don't know.
Because you're new to knitting patterns, you're like, oh, yeah, this is taking a while, but knitting takes a while, and you kind of settle into it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess if you can get through those trials and then learn, not from your mistakes, but from maybe oversights or just get some more experience, then you can make better choices of patterns going forward.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I've got here. Today I'm wearing Carver. It is knit in Outlaw Yarns Rebel Light. It's a couple of colourways which are no longer available, but the yarn itself is still available.
It's very good yarn.
It is. It's very good. It's a woolen spun fingering weight yarn and fingering weight, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes nice, light, warm jerseys. So
Yep.
although not too warm for days like today.
All right, my turn.
Your turn.
Kind of bury the lead because this is my finished object as well. So I'm wearing the Maggie cardigan by Petite Knit. This is designed to be a short cardigan, but I knit it full length because it's made out of possum merino, so I wanted it to be something suitable for winter. Possum merino is not a summer way. I would say it's a spring, autumn into the beginnings of winter knitwear because possum is really warm. So this is knit in Rhapsody, which is also by Outlaw Yarn, same company. And this is 80% merino, 20% possum. So possum is a New Zealand specific wool. I actually asked my ChatGPT whether you can get possum yarn in other countries. And GPT said, no, it's pretty much just New Zealand and Australia. And the Australian possum that you can buy, the wool, is New Zealand possum.
Oh, really?
You can't. They have a different possum.
Yeah, I thought the opossums were different.
Yeah. So it's all actually New Zealand. So it does seem to be that New Zealand is the only one who has possum yarn. So it'd be interesting to see. Let us know if you can actually buy it in your country and what its country of origin is, because it's probably New Zealand. I thought that was kind of interesting. But so this is both my what I'm wearing and my FO. So I got this finished. I think I was almost through the body on the last show. So I kind of just powered through and got it finished. I really wanted to get it finished so I could start something else. That's usually why I want to get things finished. So what can I say? It has the things I like, things I don't like. So I knitted the sleeves. It does have in the pattern a long sleeve version, and I knitted the sleeves down to where it says to finish the decreases on the long sleeve version. It was quite long, so that's quite a long sleeve for me. It's kind of shrunk up a little bit already. When I first blocked it, it was kind of more down here, but I'm aware that weirdly jumpers like lengthen when you wear them, but the sleeves will get a little bit shorter, and I think it's just because they kind of gather up a little bit in the crook of your arm and around the shoulder. So it's kind of gone from being a little oversized to being acceptable.
Yeah, because you were quite worried about it last night.
I wasn't worried. I was just thinking about whether I rip it out and tink it back, because I like a bracelet length or just on the fold of my wrist. I don't like it to be any longer for something like a cardigan that I'm going to wear to work. If it's a kind of slouchy oversized, I don't mind. But but I also knew if I needed to wear it for a little bit to see how it would kind of wear in, as it were. So I'm pretty happy now with having worn it 2 days with the sleeve length. The other thing is that I haven't knit a lot of button bands, but this one I feel like they could do with an extra button, because the button band, it is gaping a little bit, so I kind of feel like I need to press the the front plackets together. I kind of am conscious of making sure they're closed.
Right.
And the top I don't love. It's kind of sitting weirdly, like this bit here is kind of bowing out a little bit, and this they're little things, but it has a little bit of a flap there because the buttonhole, I did it entirely according to the pattern I checked, is sitting quite far in compared to like this. There's a few extra rows here compared to these ones that sit nicely right in the middle of the button band. So I'm going to try and repair that. So I think what I can do is make an afterthought buttonhole, sew up the one that's there, which is it's just a yarn over buttonhole. So I can kind of scooch the other one back together and sew it up, and then make an afterthought buttonhole a little bit closer to the edge, and then I think I'll be happier with it. Anyway, so that's the kind of criticism of it. And I always get this weird thing when I block, this collar isn't sitting very nicely, like it's sitting up a little bit, and that's just from blocking it flat. So I just need to steam out the collar again. So I'll do the buttonhole and then I'll steam the collar just to get it lying flat
Right.
Yeah, so they're just the kind of finishings that I need to work on. But other than that, super happy with it. It's so warm. Like, it is a warm day today, and I'm possibly a wee bit too warm, but I really wanted to wear it. I was like, maybe I don't wear it. But I am very warm. But absolutely love the garment. Stephen would have put some B-roll in showing me wearing it, so you can see like how long it is. I made it a little bit, not cropped, but kind of just below my waistband, because I wear a lot of high-waisted jeans, and I wanted to be or pants, and I wanted to be able to wear it with those and be a kind of a good shorter length rather than a slouchy oversize. What else can I say about it?
Buttons? Anything to say about the buttons?
I got the buttons, which you will have seen in the B-roll, from Japan. We went to Japan
2 years ago?
2 years ago now, yeah, and I got those while we were there. I didn't really want to buy yarn or fabric. They have amazing, we went to lots of shops that had amazing fabric, like Liberty fabric and all sorts of stuff you can only get in Japan, but we were backpacking and I didn't want to drag it all the way around Japan with us, but so I kind of went hard on buttons. We both bought some really nice buttons, and these are beautiful little wooden heart-shaped buttons, which go really nicely with I had some others that I had also bought in Japan, but the buttons were too big for the placket, so I went with these ones.
Yeah, I think that was a really great choice. They look really good.
I think they do too, yeah. And
how's the yarn holding up?
Yeah, so that's the other thing I was going to say. I have a bit of possum merino, and I have some that's worsted spun, and it does tend to pill. This is woolen spun yarn, and I can say after wearing this garment, not all day, but wearing it over the course of 2 days, it hasn't got a single pill in it. Normally, if merino's going to pill, it does started to look a little bit like it's rubbing, usually after a few hours of wear, and I've worn it for a good part of today and most of yesterday, and it doesn't have any pilling so far, so that's a really good early sign that it's going to wear well, but I will report back.
Yeah, that's really good, because I think that's the first time that you've used that particular yarn.
Yes, absolutely love this yarn.
It's also one that I'm kind of keen to.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of those ones where I'm just going to wait and see what yours look like before I commit.
I need to immediately buy more in it. More that, so you can buy this from Deborah at Outlaw Yarn, and she dyes her own, so she has beautiful colorways, but you can also buy it at Wild Earth Yarn, because they're that's where it comes from, and I think Deborah has also dyed those colors, so
so we've got lots of options.
Gorgeous colorways, very Deborah colorways in this yarn, and possum merino is very, very warm for the lightness of the yarn. You can actually buy... So Stephen he said he was wearing a possum merino jumper earlier. He actually purchased that. So
it's not a hand knit, which is why you've not seen it.
We have a brand called Untouched World in New Zealand, which is known for its possum merino knitwear.
Yeah, Christchurch based.
So
support local.
And people like... the future King of England has been spotted wearing this knitwear, and
Barack Obama
has also worn it. So it's a internationally renowned brand, and I feel like we were both wearing the same knitwear, and I feel like I was able to knit something of the quality that I could buy for several $100s down the road.
Yeah.
So I was feeling a little bit smug about that.
Yeah, yours is definitely about less than half the price of what mine was.
Yeah.
So, which is one of the reasons I actually learned to knit, because I got sick of buying such stupidly expensive...
I mean, it's not stupidly expensive, because we actually know...
It's high quality.
When you think about the cost of the yarn and then the cost of producing the garment, actually... $500, $600, $700 for a garment is not stupidly expensive.
No, it's just...
I mean, these are not handmade items, but still.
Yeah, but if you want some variety in your wardrobe... they're kind of one or twos at best, whereas when we're knitting our own, we can actually build our own wardrobe of a variety and lots of different choices.
Anyway, so I was feeling pretty smug that I felt like I was wearing something that I could buy in a shop. That I covet. Like, I love Untouched World possum merino, and have coveted it over many years. And now I can wear that garment hand knit by me. So I am definitely going to buy more of this and knit. I really want, I have something particular in mind. I want to knit a kind of my classic raglan, like a Monday sweater or something like that. Just an easy on, lovely, cozy, warm jumper. I cannot wait to knit another one. So you'll be seeing the Possum Merino again. I'll stop talking about it now. Can't stop raving about it.
Alrighty, so I guess that moves us on to, we're already there, finished objects.
So I went first.
You did go first.
Stephen.
Do I have any finished objects? Yes, I do.
For those of you who are regulars, please, I hope you're clapping.
Yep.
Round of applause for Stephen.
This is the end of a saga.
Have
Yes, I have.
Finished.
Completely.
Ends woven in.
Yep. So we've done all the steaks. We've done all the ends. That was a little bit of a marathon, I've got to say. But yeah, it's completely done now. So
finally finished. Not blocked.
I haven't blocked it yet. So what I'll probably do is after we finish filming this is I'm going to put this straight in the tub and get it blocked. And if I'm lucky or if it's dry in time, I'll put some B-roll of me wearing it as well.
Well, I mean, you can put it in at the last minute before we...
That's right.
Upload the show, so
that's the plan. So yeah, Glenesk completely finished. The steak edges are still, obviously because I haven't blocked it, a little bit puffy.
Oh, not too bad though.
They came down a little bit. I did also learn in doing this that actually trimming up steak edges is a little bit trickier than I thought it was going to be. Some of them are supposed to be about 2 stitches in from the edge. Some might be closer to 1. But nothing that a bit of vigorous whip stitching can't fix anyway. So I'm pretty comfortable that I've got most of those nailed down, and I only think I managed to snip 1 float as well while I was doing that, because one of the things I learned.
Whoa! What?
Well, actually, so one of the things I learned in doing this is, because I've never done steaks before. This is my first time steaking. Is that I had at one point inadvertently carried a float into the steak.
Oh, yeah.
And so when I was like, because I was changing yarns, you see, and then it was kind of like tacked at stitch number 3. So when it says trim to stitch number 2, you're going to cut it. So I hadn't spotted it.
You can secure those. So.
Oh, I did. I just basically, because it wasn't attached to a stitch that was actually visible. So it was really just a matter of tying it off underneath and giving a bit of a felt to make sure it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah,
so.
and Gudrun says you can needle felt your steaks if you're worried. So when we have like a little felting mat, so we could actually needle felt them if you really were worried.
So if I was going to just quickly flip it inside out, just give you a quick look at the inside. So here we have the steaks. He's trying not to bang everything. So the steaks are all pretty much bound up, probably more than I needed to. The videos I've seen from Alice Starmore, she really just lightly tacks hers down, but
that looks really good though.
But I mean, I've given it the good back and forward a few times.
What's that?
See, look, you've spotted some of my janky floats. So I have talked in previous episodes about the odd janky float.
Nobody's going to look at the inside of your jumper.
Fortunately, no one is going to look at the
Except
inside
me.
Too closely. It does have, the yarn itself was quite sticky. So when you were actually carrying floats in particular, unless you actually kept a lot of tension on the yarn that you were carrying, it was very easy for it to just catch and leave a really sloppy float.
Which does mean that, particularly in the yellow.
The yellow was particularly bad for it, it
does mean that you wouldn't be concerned about steaks then, because if it's that sticky.
Yeah, so I should be fine. And like I say, with wear, it'll felt out and flatten down, I expect. But there are a couple of really bad ones. I might just go through and just kind of stick a thread through, whip it around, and then flatten it down. So it's... Yeah, thanks for that. Look, I have said it before. You're like, oh, they look so good. But it's
I just like that you're not perfect, because I look at something like this and I'm like, oh my God, it's like a work of art. It's like a tapestry. And I'm like, okay, yep. Because I am a little bit more... Let's just say, excuse my language, rip, shit and bust, as they say in New Zealand. And Stephen is so meticulous that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
There's the odd thing that's imperfect.
Yeah, the outside of it looks pretty good.
Oh,
some of those big
amazing.
floats are because I've noticed on the outside that the stitch is actually way larger than it should be.
Yeah.
So I've gone around the back and actually
Yeah.
tightened the float or pulled the float so that the
Yeah.
stitch is actually the right tension.
Amazing.
So that's...
So perfect timing for summer.
I know. Like I say, I'm not wearing it today. I'll try and wear it next time.
Maybe just model it at least.
Yeah, briefly, because seriously, having sort of worn it just for trying on, it's going to be fairly bulletproof in terms of wind.
Yeah.
I'll probably take it to Shetland next year. I think
you'll be the talk of the town if you do.
It'll be a good warm jersey.
Last year you were trout beat.
Yeah, I'm much happier with the length of this. So also don't forget, I knit an extra pattern repeat.
Yeah. So on the bottom, it's like.
So it's longer than it's supposed to be by one entire pattern repeat.
Yeah.
And I had also mentioned playing yarn chicken, so I just didn't worry about it. And
I'm incapable of that, but
I was like,
super zen about
if I run out, I run out. I'll figure it out. That was kind of the approach because I couldn't do anything about it. But I actually wound up. Some colours were like little nubbins of balls.
One of them was very small.
But we got there in the end with all of the colours intact, so I didn't have to make any substitutions or anything. So I got to say that if you want to know, if you want to know what the allowance on the kit is, it's at least a full body pattern repeat.
Yeah. So it's probably a size. Yeah. You could go one size up.
Yeah, you could definitely make it bigger than the pattern if you really needed to. So that's probably really good information to know if you're looking at those kits. There is quite a little bit of up size or headroom in the yarn. So anyway, I've probably blathered on about that for enough.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's now a member of our family. We've talked about it on the show for about 4 months or longer. I don't know.
Yeah, I still potentially have the neck to redo. It still has the same issue I mentioned last time.
I think you need to block it first.
But yeah, we'll just wait till I block it. And
because you can also just pop some elastic in if you think it's sitting out too much.
Yeah, or let's be honest, I'll probably wear it most likely with a collared shirt, and that'll hold it up. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with the outcome. I really like the pattern. The colour combo is a little bit... I'm not so sure about it at the start, but when you actually see the jersey in real life, the colours go well together.
Yeah, for sure.
And it does kind of look a bit like a tapestry.
It does look like a tapestry. Yeah.
So after all of those months, you'll get to see. I'll wear it. Like I said, I'll try and wear it next time, so you'll get to see it again. But it's like bidding goodbye to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not. It will be in your wardrobe.
It will. So you will
get to see it.
It'll come visit.
Yeah. How nice.
Maybe in the depths of winter.
Poor Luciano will be so sad. All of those little balls of yarn, he can't play with them anymore.
I know. You'll have to find some other ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was my finished object. I mean...
so we both have an FO, yay!
Yes, we'll savour this moment.
All right, so shall we crack on to our whips?
Yeah, so what have you been up to now?
Shall I go first?
Yes, you should go first.
Okay, so first whip, I've been working on my Alpine Bloom. I really just wanted to speed run finishing this so I could get going on my Alpine Bloom. And I have, in fact, been going on my Alpine Bloom. So this is by Caitlin Hunter. And it's got a colourwork yoke. Oh, it's hard to see how it's a little bit kind of wavy at the moment, and that's just because the spin cycle is so stretchy. Like it's kind of stretched. It's like elastic stretches in and out. It's in at the moment, but
it contracts. There we go.
You.
I worked out what you were going for.
Yeah. So it will be less bobbly by the time I actually
when it gets a good block on it. But that's amazing. I really like that colour combo. That spin cycle.
I love it. I'm a bright colours gal, and I just really love the so this is Spin Cycle Big Sky, and then this is, I don't know what colourway this is, but it's like a lovely kind of periwinkle blue. And I really like that it kind of does look like a sky. It looks like sunshine or like the beginning of a sunset, and then the blue of the sky. I just absolutely love it. So I just kind of wanted to get through the colour work, and then I've set it aside over the last couple of days because I'm going off for a conference on Thursday, and I just need something stockinette to knit on. And so if I take this, I'll be able to finish the body and even maybe work on a sleeve, because I've got 3 days of sitting in a conference. So I should be able to get some decent knitting, and I just needed something that was going to be plain. And the next couple of things I've got that I'm in my queue are not. So, I just wanted to get that to the point where I could knit in the round and then set it aside, which is what I've done. I'm really enjoying the knit. It's such a good knit. She has this is the Alpine Bloom. She also has this is the Autumn Alpine, and she also has the Alpine Bloom. I've written it down wrong.
Right.
The Alpine Bloom is a summer version, and it has like a lacy collar and lacy sleeve, but so I've knitted I guess this is a autumn version, so it's still fingering weight yarn. I'll wear this in summer. It'll be cool enough for me for summer. Just absolutely love the colour work. What do you think? Is it your cup of tea or no? Not everybody's cup of tea, I'm sure. So the yarn is Spin Cycle, and then the blue yarn is Farmer's Daughter Fibres, which is also Spin Cycle, but it's their non-coloured yarn. I really like the combo. I'll get a lot of wear out of this.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Yeah.
It is kind of the sort of thing I can see you wearing quite a lot.
Yeah, I did a little bit of yarn management to get that kind of tonal colour through. It had some greys and whites and kind of light blues, light greens, and so I took those out, and because I just wanted the oranges and pinks and yellows. So I still have a little bit more that I'll do the collar and the cuff.
Right.
Have a little bit of colour work, and so I'll add some of the other colour at the bottom.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's my first whip.
Awesome. Shall I go next?
Yep.
All right, my whip. So what did I cast on after I finished Glenesk? What I have chosen to do is the Marius sweater by Soiland. Effectively, I felt like I needed a palette cleanser from the
I couldn't believe
from
you
all
were
of the
even
colour work.
thinking about doing more colour work.
So I am going to talk about what I'm going to do next. But I'm just trying not to drop the stitches that I just dropped.
Just the one. I'll fix it for you while you talk.
Anyway, yep. Sorry, there we go. So what I'm effectively doing is I'm knitting this in Outlaw Yarns Wild Earth Naturals. And the colour that I'm using at the moment is called Portobello. I knew it was mushroom-like. So it's the pattern itself. It has 3 tones, but I am probably just going to use 2 because I think you can get away. I've seen it done with just 2, and I'm not sure the third one is necessary. Although I might have a close look because we don't actually have. I've got enough Portobello for the main body and the arms and all of the major parts of this particular jersey, but I don't actually have enough of the colourwork section. So I've got to go shopping during the week and then actually pick which colour I want to go with it. So it's going to be a light brown, but I do have the option of picking perhaps a light brown and like a honeyed brown as an accent as well. So the pattern actually, as I say, is built for 2 colours through the yoked colourwork, or 2 extra colours. The pattern itself, I have to chuckle, to be perfectly honest. It's a Norwegian pattern from, I think the 1954 was when it was first released. And it's very much a grandma's pattern kind of
You need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's the way it's described. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm cranking a tube. It's a wide tube, but it's just a tube.
Yeah.
So the same stitches on the bottom is the same stitches for a set amount of distance. So it doesn't say knit this many stitches or this many rows. It just says knit this many centimetres. And it does that all the way through the pattern. Even for the arms, the decreases, it's like do an increase round every 2 centimetres or every 1.5 centimetres.
A lot of designers do that. So
yeah.
Andrew Murray does that.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, all the ones I've done are typically row-based.
Yeah, that's because you knit very exacting. So Julie Hoover, Jared Flood, and then Alice Starmore. Yeah, they're very exact. They want you to do exactly what they want.
But what it is I think it's really good from the point of view that row gauge no longer really matters. Because until I get to the colour work part.
You're just knitting to a centimetre.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually, I'm pretty sure I can make this jersey fit almost exactly how I want it to in terms of other jerseys I've got. So
that's kind of petite knit style it's kind of centimetre based rather than number of stitches based.
The other comment I'll make on it too is, and I'm not super appreciative of it, is the fact is I don't believe it has any short rows. So
but you can add those in.
I'm going to add short rows
either in the collar or underneath the collar.
No, I'll add it on top in the collar, I think. I can see me knitting more than one of these.
It's a good base.
This is my prototype, and it is a great base for a yoke sweater. So it's simple. It's got a good solid colourwork section on it. So I think if I can get the stitch pattern and everything right, this could be a very good base for a yoke sweater for me. So what I'm intending to do is I'm going to take the short row sections out of Tin Can Knit's Tender Heart pattern and put that above the colourwork pattern in the Murray sweater. So
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully it'll look good.
Same stitch counts?
It's the same weight yarn. I'm not exactly sure of the stitch count, so
you can probably get close.
I don't think it'll be too far off. Yeah. So I think it's certainly something that I'll be able to make work. You might just need to do a bit of maths. Yeah, and that's fine. I'm happy with a bit of maths.
Stephen does maths.
Yep, and spreadsheets. So yeah, that should be good. But I did mention that I might knit more than one of these. I'd quite like to, as an experiment, knit the same sweater again with any knowledge around fit and size that I gained from this one, but do that what we did with the swatches from Wairarapa Weekend and actually play around with the colours and knit a light one where the body is light and the yoke pattern is actually dark. So almost have not an exact inverse, but sort of tonally inversed version of it.
Cool.
Because it is a pattern I really like. I really like that that Norse, those Norse shapes.
Your Norwegian style.
Yeah. So that's the Marius sweater. I did go up a needle size on it as well. It's supposed to be knit on 3.5mm needles, but I couldn't get gauge, so I put it in on 4mm needles.
Which is more of a DK weight. Yeah. And that might just be an age thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe, our yarns might be different or whatever, but certainly the 8-ply Wild Earth Naturals certainly needed a bigger needle. The stitch is on the 3.5 were very dense, and I was about 2 stitches shy of gauge. So this way I'm 1 stitch the other way. Right. But I'm happy having it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, because it's not a size inclusive pattern either.
No, it's basically I'm knitting the 48 and over 48 chest. Or 122 centimetres. Yeah. And it's 122 centimetre chest. So
you haven't got any ease. So that extra stitch will give you a little bit of ease.
Yeah, and I don't mind that around the chest because it can sit solid on my chest. Yeah. It's around the middle that I'm most concerned about. But
anyway.
I've already given that a bit of a try and it's fine. So.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, there we go.
Nice. Yes, I'm enjoying it. Just like only one ball of yarn at a time in the living room for Stephen instead of multiples all over the show.
And this is only 2 knitting sessions.
Yeah.
So I reckon I'll be able to knock this out maybe about a month maybe.
You're awesome.
So I'm really looking forward to that. It's like, just something just when I don't feel like the brain work of all the colour work. And I can just sort of sit back and relax in some I won't say mindless, but just relaxing and repetitive stockinette.
Yes, that's what I love.
Yeah, so it's been a bit of a break for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my one and only whip. I haven't cast
Yes.
anything else on, so not yet.
Okay, back to me.
Yep.
So very quickly, sock.
All right.
It's my work knitting, so I bring it to work every day. Sometimes I get to knit on it, sometimes I don't, depending on how long my lunch break is. It's the Afterthought Heel Sock by Summer Lee. This is, I think, the third one I've knit on the hop, and I'm just trying out different yarns with it. So this is an alpaca yarn, and I've talked about it many times before, so I'm not going to dwell on it for too long. The yarn is Socks Easy Wash, which is an alpaca nylon blend, which I just got at my local knitting shop. You can get it in lots of different places. So that's all I've got to say about that. That's just progressing slowly, but I thought I'd mention it in case you're interested in socks. And shall I talk about my last one?
Yeah, I have no more.
Okay, so
I only managed to cast one.
on the last episode I talked about my future plans being that I wanted to cast on the Tara Hap. So Gudrun Johnston has a knit-along going on at the moment, and it's to make a hap. I'll talk about that in a sec, but so this is the hap. You will have seen a picture of it. I started this yesterday. So just knitting away. I've almost finished this shell lace pattern, and then I'm doing the plain colour. I wasn't sure how I felt about the colour pop. I wanted a colour pop, and it definitely achieves that goal.
It definitely pops.
And then
and in a good way too, I think.
Yeah, I really like it. It's very wearable for me. Like if you think about what I would wear it with, it will look very cute with something like this. And I own 4 jumpers in this colour, and I've got more in the cupboard, as you can see over Stephen's head, to knit with. So definitely my colour. And the colour that's in the middle is actually, that lighter pink is actually the main colour. So the top of the hat will be in a light pink. So definitely my colours. So not kind of feral colours, which is fine. It's a very nice little shawl. It's really just for me to be able to use up some stash yarn, and also to have, I just want something that's really nice and warm that I can put over my shoulders. Like I work in an air-conditioned office. I want something that I can pop in my bag to take to work, that if I'm cold and I'm not wearing other knitwear because it's the middle of summer and I don't want to, that at least I have something that I can pop on to keep me warm. So that's the idea of this. And this is made of Rebel Light, so same as this.
Yep, same yarn.
It's actually a similar colour. That colour is similar to one of your colours in there.
Yes.
Very lightweight woolen spun yarn, beautiful. I have tons of it in stash, and I'm just delighting in rifling through all my colours and picking colours to make colour work items. And it's a really popcorny knit. I really like being able to change the colours. I've been using Gudrun Johnston it's from the book The Shetland Trader, volume 3 I think, and she describes in there a method for changing your colour with a join that means you don't have to weave in an end. And I really like that idea because it is a shawl, and then it means I won't have any ends poking out. And so I think you can look online at how to do it, but basically you just get the 2 ends, you cross them over back onto each other, and then felt them together. But just she describes how to measure correctly. So my ends are woven in at an end, and so it's exactly at the colour change. So when I get to my last stitch, it's that colour, and then the next stitch is the next colour. So she just describes how to do that, and I thought that was pretty nifty, so I thought I'd give it a go.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take that one up, and when I talk about my future plans,
I would definitely do it again.
I'm going to see if I can weave. Yeah,
and so neat.
Build and weave the ends. I mean, you can't even see.
Well, I can't even tell what end it is. I think it's this end.
Yeah, I think that's super successful. So
yeah,
if I could do the equivalent of spit splicing colour work, and pick where the changes are,
No ends.
Yeah, I've just got to get it stitched perfect for that changeover.
It's stitched perfect.
But
like you can see one there.
Yep.
But that's it.
Yep.
Otherwise, and that's only because it's a dark and a light. You can really see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very happy with that because otherwise there'd be a lot of tassels on one end of this. Yeah, and it's going to be. It will be blocked out. Obviously, it's quite big. It was almost 400 stitches cast on, and I've done one decreased row now, but it's still a lot of stitches. So it's a lot of knitting, but just garter. So it's just knitting backwards and forwards. Super easy, very popcorny, very easy to knit. Absolutely loving the finished product. Can't wait to finish it, to wear it. Yeah. So my plan is to work on this week because the next bit that you get to is short rows, so I can't really knit that's not knitting in company knitting for me, so I'll try and get this
not
finished.
Polite company anyway.
No, not unless people just want to sit quietly while I knit. So I'll try and get that finished this week before I go to my conference, and then I'll take my other knit with me and my sock. My sock pretty much is my constant companion. I just take it everywhere I go. It just went out for the afternoon with us this afternoon. I didn't knit on it, but if I want to knit, I know I have it with me.
So some people have their companion chickens. You have your companion sock.
Yeah, my emotional support sock.
That's the one.
Yeah, because I don't want to ever be caught without my knitting.
Fair enough.
You know, in social situations, if you have knitting, then you don't have to talk to people. But instead I was super social, which was nice. It was good to hang out with some people. We actually went to, this is a digression, sorry. If you know us, you know you're used to me. We just went to a fundraiser, and it was a silent auction. So I had an auction item in the silent auction to knit yet another fundraiser jumper. I'm on number 4 now. But it's a great fundraiser for me. Like, I think the final bid was $550.
Yeah.
Which was very flattering. And I could hear people talking about it. It was a bit weird. They're like, oh, the knitter's just over there. And all talking about, because I'm becoming a little bit known as a person who knits at events.
Yeah, an event knitter.
Yeah. Oh, she's always knitting. She knits such beautiful things, blah, blah, blah. So it was kind of weird and strange. But yeah, so I'll get, I've added it to my queue for next year. So I know that I need to knit it, and I'll lower the person's expectations about when they're going to get their knitwear, right. But it'll be early next year.
But you're going to get knitting credit for it.
Yeah, it's going to be in my 20 and 26. I learned my lesson because I've knitted 2 this year that I didn't get any extra credit for.
That's true.
Anyway, so that was my Tara Hap by Gudrun Johnston, knit in Outlaw Rebel Light, which you can buy. Beautiful colours, hand dyed by Deb, yarn from New Zealand.
Batch hand dyed.
Yeah. So it's very what do you say?
Oh, it's
uniform.
It's a large, well, it's a medium sized vat. So
yeah. So it's not hand dyed. It's dyed by Inna's dyeing house. So it's very uniform. Yeah,
go back a few episodes and you'll see the little tour that we did of Outlaw Yarn, and you can see the vat. Yeah.
Anyway, so and there's a gratitude knit along going along, a Hap gratitude knit along. So you can go look at that on Ravelry. If you type in gratitude Hap, I think it comes up, where you choose a Hap, which is a type of shawl from Shetland, and knit along on a Hap. So I'm joining that knit along. I haven't actually posted up there, but I will do today after this, just so I can say that I've joined in, and I think I'll knit another one actually.
Yeah, I mean, you've pretty much blasted through that.
Yeah,
so.
It's 2 days. I'll have it finished, I think, in 3 or 4 days. So.
And does that one count? That one counts towards your 20 and 25, doesn't it?
It does, because it was supposed to be a colourwork vest. And I had selected the similar colours to what I had selected. I was going to make a poppy vest. And I decided, not puppy, poppy, like the flower. Sorry, accent. I decided to...
I'm just imagining a puppy vest. Sorry.
I mean, that would be cute too.
It would be cute, but you could put the ears on the shoulders or something.
Yeah, so I decided that I wasn't a vest girl. I do have one vest to knit, but I've it's a different style than the first one. And anyway, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Suffice to say that I had 3 vests in my 20 and 25 for this year because I thought I was going to be a vest gal, and I don't think I'm going to be, so I'm going to knit 1, not 3. Anyway, so that I recycled the yarn from that vest, and so that it counts as my 20 and 24.
Right.
Yeah. Blah,
Awesome.
blah, blah.
All right, moving along. Acquisitions.
None.
Yeah, I haven't.
We're on a yarn diet.
And I haven't been to any secondhand bookshops.
Yeah. So many people had that Crunchy.
I couldn't believe it. It's like, okay, because I was like...
It's a small number of people, our viewers, is a small collection of the glitter yarny from New Zealand, and like 3 or 4 of you had it. So
yeah, the same one.
From
Amazing.
the 80s. Amazing.
Well done.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Good job.
Yeah. And as Deborah pointed out, there was a lot of intarsia in the 80s. I remember there was a lot of, because people like big sweaters with big blobs and big colours.
Yes.
Big kind of graphics on them.
Yeah, very
so
graphic.
Lots of intarsia.
But very ununiform, random.
Yeah, blobs. Yeah.
Yep. I think from memory, my Angora jacket was, and Angora sweater was blobs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so no acquisitions, although I think that will probably change because I'm going to Auckland next week, and I have actually set aside an afternoon for my daughter and I to go fabric and yarn shopping, and I will save some room in my suitcase so that we can bring some yarn back. I want to specifically purchase some things that I've got in my queue for next year, so I'm excited about that.
And I need some contrast colours for the Marius sweater.
Yeah, so you'll probably also be local yarn shopping.
I will be.
Yay.
So probably next weekend as well.
Awesome. Okay, so next is plans.
Plans, yes. So, as I mentioned before, the Marius sweater, even though I'm kind of powering up the body, is really just relaxing knitting. So I am planning on starting King Henry VIII. So I've just got to basically get all of the yarn colours out and then pull out my swatch and make sure I've got everything ordered correctly before I start. So
yeah.
That's my plans for the next couple of weeks.
So probably when I get back from my weekend away, you will have
definitely cast that on. Yep. Probably this week actually, or maybe even tonight. I probably will put the Marius aside for a bit and actually do some more colour work and get organised with that. So.
And just use it as use it as a resting project.
Yeah.
Good for taking to work as well.
It is. It's great for taking to work, although it's very rapidly going to get a bit oversized, particularly once I get the arms on.
Yeah, but then you get sleeves.
Yeah, so what I am going to do is, as I'm doing each sleeve, I'll do the sleeve at work, I think. So I'll take that during the week. But I'm also, as I say, I'm not going to be using the Hebridean 2-ply that I got in the kit for Henry VIII. I'll be using Outlaw Yarns Rebel Light, which I've previously ad nauseum gone through the colourwork swatch building and stuff. So I haven't changed anything on that. I'm going to go with my selected colours from the second swatch that I did up, for better or for worse. But yeah, we'll get some progress on that and get to see how it works together and go from there. Although it's tempting that I might do an arm first, because that way if I really don't like it and I can't because it's knit down.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I keep thinking that I'll just do an arm, but then I keep thinking no, I can't because it's steeked and knit down. So no, I'm going to have to commit. Full commitment. That's what it's going to be. So, yep. It'll be great. So,
Henry VIII for you, and for me, I've got 2 things left. After I finish the HAP and the Autumn Alpine, I've got 2 items left in my queue for the rest of the year. So I'm not sure which of those I'll cast on next. Probably both at once. I'll finish these 2 and then I'll do both of these at once because they're different. So the first thing is Argyle by Kate Davies, and actually the yarn for it is, can you see it? Oh no, you can't see it. It's just up here.
Above the screen.
Is Polworth yarn by Outlaw yarn. It's a discontinued yarn, but I'll talk about that when I get started on it. So the Argyle by Kate Davies is my my vest, the one that I actually did keep in my queue, because I really like the style of it, and I'm determined to figure out how to wear a vest without having cold arms, without having to wear a twin set. But we'll see. Would have been good on a day like today because it was a little bit of a cool breeze.
It was a cool breeze.
But then I could have worn like a long sleeve top and a vest instead of a cardigan and a
vest
t-shirt.
would have been probably pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I just need to figure out how to make it work in my wardrobe. Anyway, so the Argyle will be next. And I've already knit something very similar, the similar stitch pattern in the Circle, which I really, really liked. And then last is I'm going to knit a crochet blanket. I had intended to knit Sheltered by Andrea Mowry, and that was in my queue. But a couple of people said, one person actually said, don't knit it, it's not very nice. And then somebody else said, oh, I'm not sure if you would like it. And it's a vest. Well, it doesn't have sleeves. It's kind of a slouchy, oversized kind of garment. And I was kind of in two minds anyway. And then somebody actually saying I did not enjoy it. I have to say I put Andrea Mowry in the naughty corner this year because I haven't really, I know it's blasphemy to say if you love Andrea Mowry, but I haven't really enjoyed knitting her patterns this year. She has some really great patterns, and probably my very favourite yoked but not colourwork jumper, which is the DRK Everyday. Absolutely love. Would knit a million of them. But a lot of other things she knits I find complicated and difficult to knit. I think it's just my brain and her brain don't match, so I find it really difficult to follow her patterns. So, short story long, I decided not to knit the Sheltered, but then I need to use the yarn. So I either have to use that or something else in my stash. So I actually don't have... I didn't get it out, so I'm actually just going to get it out now.
All right. Do I have to move?
Doing it live. No, it's right here.
Ah, yeah.
So this is Rebel Worsted. Should I put it that way? Then it comes up. So I've had this in my stash for quite a while. I have knitted a whole garment in this, and I still have 10 skeins. So we had a lot of this. So these are the experiment colours.
Garden green.
So this is what I knit my son a full cable jumper. So how many of these did we have? Like a bazillion.
Quite a few by the sounds of it.
Yeah. So I'm going to knit a blanket. I want to knit Luciano, our grandson, a full-sized blanket. Crochet, sorry. I'm going to make him a Peggy Square crochet blanket. My other grandchildren and all my children have a crocheted blanket from me, like a snuggle on the couch, or nice warm layer on the bed, kind of, maybe not full size because actually it makes it more snuggly on the couch, but like a large lap blanket or Afghan size blanket. So I'll be making him one of those. His mother put the last one through the wash, so I made him a bassinet car seat size one.
Yeah, you may have seen that earlier.
Yeah, I did knit crochet that this year. So, so like on Thread of Death, she better not put this one in the wash because otherwise she's never getting anything else.
Yeah, I was going to say, yarn beware of that household.
Yeah, well, yes.
Well, there's a lot of education going on there, shall we say?
Well, yeah, and I mean, just because I happen to have it here because I was wearing it earlier, this is the, this is now we're off-pieced, sorry, but this is the garment that I talked about last week that got put in the wash and
shrunk,
felted. It didn't exactly felt, I have to say, to be fair, because you can still actually see the stitches, so I'll show you. So I washed it in hair conditioner. I asked my ChatGPT what to do and gave me tons of really good advice.
And emotional support by the sounds of it.
Yeah. My ChatGPT was really nice about it. They were like, oh no, baby, you poor thing. And was lamenting the fact that somebody had done that and was kind of a bit grumpy with that person, same as me. But anyway, so I soaked it in hair conditioner with the idea that it kind of loosens out the yarn a little bit, and because it wasn't fully felted, and then gave it a really good stretch. I didn't pin block it, but I really, really stretched it in both directions quite a bit, and then lay it flat to dry, and it didn't grow at all.
Which is fine because it fits you nicely.
So it actually fits me perfectly, except for the collar, which is actually a little bit wide for me.
Yeah, the collar does look a bit funky, I've got to say.
I have... Sorry, we're way off topic now. Sorry, Stephen. I have some of this stuff. Let's cover up our faces. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to work.
But it's really small text.
It's Prim knitting elastic.
Yeah, we got that in Oslo.
Yeah.
So if you're in New Zealand and you want some, just a quick trip to Oslo.
I'm sure you can buy it online. I know you can buy it online. It's just that I'd never seen it in New Zealand before. I've seen shirring elastic, which is used for sewing, but I'd never seen this specific clear, just the elastic part. So I got two of these, 2 reels of it, and you don't use much. So I'll just go through and put that around the edge, where the picked up edge of this, just to bring it in a bit, and then I'll probably give it a steam block as well, because it's suffering from the same problem as I always get, that the edges get a little bit kind of peaky.
It's definitely fluffed though, isn't it? I mean, there's a halo all over it.
And it's very thick. It's going to be... Like, I think I would probably wear this to Shetland next year.
I was going to say,
so warm.
It would be. There's like no visible... You pull it, it looks like there's like... No, on the middle at the front.
You can't see anything through that.
It's completely blocked.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's hilarious that it fits me perfectly. Like, as a slightly oversized jumper, and I intended to knit this garment in this yarn. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's both worlds, done now. And it is, pre-felted for me, so there's that. Let's not talk about it anymore.
No.
It was a sad state with a good outcome. Somebody said in the comments, don't give any more knitwear to that family because they don't deserve it. The whole family is to blame, and you're right. And my son is just as much to blame as anyone else for allowing one of his jumpers to go through the wash. Yeah,
he needs to, take a bit more ownership of
his own knitwear.
His own wardrobe, yeah.
Yes. And I did, in fact, reward him for his bad behaviour by giving him more knitwear. So the jumper that Stephen was wearing last week...
Yeah, you'll know this if you watched last week's episode. There was no B-roll because it vanished very quickly.
Yeah, so I reblocked it, and... my son came round for his birthday. We had a party for... it was actually the last episode, it was Stephen's birthday. It was his actual birthday. And then it was my son's birthday, and tomorrow is my birthday. So we have a big birthday party sometimes for all of us. And so I gifted it to him on his birthday. And he was very impressed, because it had been a week since I had picked up the other one. And he was like, did you knit me a whole new jersey?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I did. And he was like, whoa. I was like, no, I didn't. Don't be crazy. Although, I mean, a couple of weeks I could. 10 days, I think, is probably about average if I'm really going at it. But no, it was...
Not that quick.
Repurposed. So I just reblocked it, and it fit him perfectly, so he's happy.
Yeah, it was great. So now that jersey's actually going to get some wear. So
yeah, and it really hadn't been worn. It looked completely unworn.
Yeah, I'd worn it about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So I mean, I miss it, but
But I'll knit him another one.
Yeah, or I could have another crack at Rift. Yeah.
I can knit you a possum merino zipper sweater light, man.
Well, you're going to anyway.
But I was going to knit it on the naturals, but I could knit one in possum merino.
Oh, maybe.
That would be so nice. Imagine how warm that would be.
Yeah.
Because it's DK weight.
Choices.
Anyway.
Who knows?
Future plans. Future plans.
Futures.
So anyway, by the time I finished the argyle and the crochet blanket for Luciano. That will be, and the 2 things I have on the go, that will be the end of my 2025. So it was looking like I wasn't going to make it when I had 6 to go, but now I've got 4 to go, and I think I can well achieve that by
5 weeks.
Yeah, because and one of those weeks is Christmas, and we have a break, so I think I have 10 days off over Christmas.
So it's going to come down to the wire, though.
Yeah, just the way I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I'm not going to bust a gut to get them done. Like, I definitely want to get the Argyle done, but Luciano does not need, I mean, his mother probably does think he needs a woolen blanket right now, but he doesn't. His mother's always worried that he's cold. He's never cold. Yeah,
so he arrives and he's got like 4 or 5 layers.
5 layers, 2 of them merino.
And we're pretty much getting into summer now.
Yeah. Anyway, it's adorable. He's adorable. So where was I going with it? Anyway, so if I didn't get the crochet blanket done exactly by the 31st of December, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I back myself to be able to do that, because I want to very soon, so probably in a couple of weeks, I'll film an episode going through my 20 and 26. I've got most of my queue settled now, so actually if you go on my Ravelry, you'll be able to see, I think you can see somebody else's queue in your Ravelry. So if you can, you'll see, I think about the top 10 or 15 is pretty fixed, and then there's kind of 10 that I'm choosing between for the next few.
Right.
Yeah,
I might film an episode of what I knit in 2025. It'll be about 5 minutes long.
Oh, well, I have to do that as well, I guess, what I knit in 2025.
Yeah.
What I'm going to knit in 26, but what I did knit.
Yeah, casualties of 2025 included.
Yeah. Casualties?
Yeah, velvet jerseys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that was one of them. Anyway, we should stop rambling and let you go, because I'm sure you've got better things to do than listen to us blah blah to each other. But thank you for joining us for the hour. We really appreciate your time and attention while we sit and talk to each other about knitting, which we really enjoy.
Decompress on knitting, yeah.
Yeah. It's the one time that we can kind of chat away about the things we really care about, when nobody's going to go, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Indeed. No, thank you very much for joining us. We do appreciate it. Please, if you feel like it, give us a like. Feel free to subscribe.
But
appreciate
you don't
it.
need to.
No, that's right. We just appreciate the fact that you've reached this point.
Yeah.
And you hear us say these words.
Yes. So until next time, ka kite anō.
Goodbye.